breathing instrument. Every organ in our body vibrates a frequency. Everything in this universe is vibrating. So every part of our body has its own frequency that it vibrates at. And when we are in health, they've actually done scientific studies on this. When we are in health, the different organs in our body are resonating with each other. When we are not healthy, or when there's dis-ease and disharmony going on in our body, that's exactly what's going on. There's a disharmony. The different organs are not harmonious to each other. So given that there's already so much science understanding that everything in the universe is vibration, even down to the organs inside our body, then we can understand and all agree on that we are an instrument. Hello, beautiful humans. Hello. So I'm going to do 1 to 7 days of the 7 tools that I use, which are our own body's natural ancient wisdom that is available to us all the time. That is how I tune myself for health. So by doing this, think about it this way. When we wake up in the morning, if we don't get our instrument in tune, then what happens is we go out into the world and we are pulled around by the different harmonies, energies, notes, resonance, melodies going on, like a big cacophony of sound. And whatever's going on in the world around us, whatever someone's energy is at, it can pull us towards them. It can make our pitch go sharp or flat. It can basically, if we don't have anchoring to our own resonance and find our own key every day, then we get pulled off into other people's keys. So the more that we can come back to and make it a priority to tune ourselves for health, the more that we're going to be living in an amplified state and be able to operate and deal and connect with others around us. Is this making sense and landing for everyone? Give me some hearts, give me some hellos, tell me where you're tuning in from. So today is breath. So I go through each chakra. We do all of it as one big thing. When we self-tune, it is not separated, but for the sake of focusing in and learning on each of these tools and giving them their proper stage, let's say, and really pulling them apart and getting to know them, I'm going to do one each day. So I call the base chakra, the very first where we enter is our breath. So then we're going to go into movement with our sacral, which is our flow, our hips. We're going to go into timing with our digestion and our stomach and our solar plexus. Touch, Reiki, meridians, sensuality with our heart chakra. And I'm going to go really big special on the throat chakra and teach you guys how to use your toning and your sound to actually match and move frequencies and energies and resonance through your body. The third eye is our visualization, and where we are able to move it around in the quantum realm. Our imagination is one of the most powerful things about us being humans. It's what's made us what we are today, good or bad. And the crown is the aligning of all the forces. So is this landing for everyone? Coming into breath. So there's 4 parts to the breath. There's the breathing in. There's the holding. There's the breathing out. And then the being empty. Now, there's a deep spiritual truth in each of these. So we could just breathe and go, yep, I'm breathing. It's cool. But you can learn about yourself. How we do one thing is how we do everything. So how well you breathe in. Do you not give yourself the full length of your breath? Are you shallow breathing? That perhaps we aren't receiving properly when we're doing this. If we can, and something I learned at the Breath of Life retreat a few weekends ago was what's called yogic breathing. Although this is something that as singers and people who do this stuff are aware all the time, we need to breathe from our stomach. We'll go sideways, get a bit of bend our chest. Look how much more I just was able to suck in. I sucked in everything I could with my stomach. Then that chest, and then the last little bit, the clavicle at the top. And that's full range of my breath. So when you breathe in, are you giving yourself everything? When you breathe in, are you fully receiving? when I do my self-tuning and body map process, I can learn where I'm at with my breath. And the slower you go, the more you can meet yourself with where you're at. So with each of these 4 sections of the breath, there's also 3 parts to them. So we've got the beginning, the middle, and the end of the in-breath. And the beginning and the middle and the end of the holding. And the beginning, middle, and end of the out-breath. And the beginning, middle, and end of the empty. So when you begin to breathe in, is it sudden? When you get to the top, do you tight? Do you tense? Do you rush the middle section? Are you fully able to have a beautiful arc, a beautiful journey, a beautiful story of your whole in-breath? Can you really meet yourself in that? So our breath is one of the most powerful ways to see maybe then what happens when we're in breath. When we've filled it all up, everyone do this as we're doing it together. So make sure you fill up your breath, starting with your stomach first. Just breathe out again and then start again together as a group. In and out once. Let it out, shake it out a bit. Starting with just as much of just your stomach as possible. And then add your chest. And then add the last little bit at the top. And then when you're full, do you tense? Are you holding it? Are you one of those people that holds on to what you've got too tightly? Or can we just be in the blissness and the isness of having that expansion? Can we feel natural about that? So again, this is another beginning, middle, and end of our holding. How well can we hold? And then once we're in that hold, now, some people, when they're holding, and they go, and they suddenly burst it all out. So that's showing their ability to release. And this goes through all things in life. Perhaps when they let go, they're very sudden. Or perhaps, this is about connecting to our own gracefulness with tuning into ourselves. If we are an instrument, then learn to play it. This is the big thing in the pandemic that's really going on, which is why the earth is in the state it's in. It's because we're so disconnected from knowing how to play ourselves, knowing how to tune into the instrument that we are, that of course we're going to be oblivious on the macro scale to what we're doing to the planet, right? So the presence of the beginning, middle, and end of the in-breath, the holding, and then the release and the allowing of that whole flow. And at the end of that, can we just be empty? Can we be empty, or are we uncomfortable about having nothing? And this is a big one, because in this time of panic that's going on for a lot of the world, this unknown. See, when we're in the emptiness, when we haven't got a breath that we've just breathed in, we are in the unknown. When are we going to get our next breath? What's our opportunity to tune into that? So just by doing this first tool of the body, which I call the base chakra tool, we are able to find our own ingredients for where we're at, meeting ourselves, and just through that alone we can heal where we've got ailments. So today, tonight, tomorrow, until I do tool number 2, start working with and tuning in with your breath. Please write some comments in the thread. How did you feel? Which breath were you able to do easily? Was it the in, the hold, the out, or the empty? And which one did you have tension with or struggle with, or did you want to quickly get to the next bit with? Because this is a key to our own personality, and when we can equalize it all and become in synergy, then we're tuning our instrument. So I'd love to know some comments below about where you're sitting at with your breath. Until tomorrow when I do tool number 2, enjoy breathing. Big love, beautiful humans.